Regardless of which agency presents us with a lead problem, they'll always say the same thing. We need more leads at the top. More traffic, more outreach, more ads. Fill the funnel and the revenue will come. And yes, sometimes that is the case. But most of the time, more leads is the worst thing you can do, because your pipeline isn't a funnel, it's a bucket, and it's got holes in it. By the end of this video, you'll clearly see where the holes are and why putting in more just results in more draining out at the bottom. Here's what's really going on. A lead comes in, finally seriously interested, hours to kill on the phone, and then someone intends to follow up and doesn't, or follows up once and unbeknownst to you, gives up on it. This lead increased the number of calls booked and no-shows, and nobody follows up on it. A promising deal is silent for 2 weeks because of being trapped in someone's inbox and not in the system. A form is submitted and just disappears into the abyss. No follow-up series, no reminder, nothing. None of these leads were bad. Every one of them was a genuine opportunity. The company didn't lose them because you weren't generating enough. They lost them because nothing was designed to retain them. That's the bucket. Each hole is a deal you pay to acquire, and that leaks out of the bottom. So, the unsettling maths. Let's say your pipeline leaks 40% of all the leads poured into it. Then you discover a new way to get leads, and then those 40% are just going to leak out of your new pipeline. You're not ending that leak. In fact, more leads makes the holes bigger. More volume means more things to track. More follow-ups to remember, more balls to keep in the air. And the human system that was just about coping at 10 leads a week completely falls apart at 50. So you're spending more to generate leads, your people become busier, and your conversion rate slowly drops. You're working harder and keeping less. That's why we need more leads is often the wrong answer. It's not a volume problem, it's more of a retention problem, and you're trying to outpour a leak. This brings us back to the good news, and it is genuinely good news. The more holes you plug, the lower your acquisition costs. For example, a defect that costs $400 to fix is a lot easier to deal with than the effort required to generate more leads. Besides, if you're getting plenty as it is, they're just slipping through the gaps. How plugging the holes works in practice. All incoming leads go somewhere without anyone having to think about it. Each is fed into a follow-up that happens whether or not anyone even remembers or cares. No-shows are tracked down automatically, not by personal choice. Unknown opportunities are identified before frostbite can set in. And now we know precisely where everyone is and what's getting in the way, and so can you. Across leads, nothing has changed. The team is still the same, but water is now in the bucket. And here is where the real impact comes from. When you plug a 40% leak, you don't get 40% increase in results. You receive the benefit of almost doubling your lead generation at a fraction of the cost, because you are now taking care of what you already paid for. So, before you spend another penny on more leads, it's worth asking a harder question. Not how do I get more, but how many of the ones I already get am I losing, and where? I'm talking about systems, not necessarily more marketing. And at Castlane, we can develop your CRM system according to your business processes to catch every potential customer that might stumble through, to relentlessly follow up, to prompt a close well before it gets stale. So the leads you already have actually turn into business, rather than back out again. More leads won't fix a leaky pipeline, it just gives you more to lose. If your pipeline feels like a bucket rather than a funnel, no worries, that's actually quite fixable. Drop by our website and book a consultation.